Hello everyone, in this video we're going to look at the homework of lesson 4. So first question, and EX equals a summation of x times fx. Okay, so this one is going to be the mean of x. EX equals 0 times f of 0 plus 1 times f of 1 plus 2 times f of 2 plus 3 times f of 3. So we're going to have 0, plug 0 in, so just 0, so we don't even have to find out 0, so just 0 plus 1 times f1 plus 1 into the probability function, so 1, 3, 6 over 7 to power 1, and 1 over 7 and square, plus 2 times, plug 2 into the probability function, so it's 2, 3, and 7 over 6 over 7, 2, and 1 over 7, 1. And then plus 3 times f3 is 3, 3, and 6 over 7 cube, multiply 1 over 7, 0. Okay, so you're going to have, this is, choose 1 from 3 is 3 times 6 over 7 times 1 over 49, plus 2 times, choose 2 over 3, also is 3, times 36 over 49 times 1 over 7, plus 3, choose 3 from 3 is 1 option, times 6 cube over 7 cube, and multiply by 1 over 7. Okay, so then you simplify that, it's going to be the answer of problem 1. Problem 2. This is pretty simple. 0.2, 0.3, 0.38, 0.12, and 550, 350, break even 0, negative 350. Okay, this is the probability, this is the x, and the expectation value equals, you add x times fx. So it's going to be x times fx is 0.2 times 550 plus 0.3 times 350 plus 0.38 times 0 plus 0.12 times negative 350, and your final answer is going to be 173. Okay, alright, so this is just apply the formulas, which is simple as well. Number 3 is find the mu of x or mu of y. Okay, you use the same formula. So let's look at this. So formula is going to be all the x times f of x, right? But this is f of x of y. So you have to use the marginal function of x instead of f of x, y. So it's g of x. Let's just look at mu of x first. Mu of x is, so x is 1 times g of 1, y. This is marginal function, plus 2 times g2, and y can be anything, y is all 3, okay? So plus 3 times g of 3y. So what's the meaning of that? Basically, you have to add the marginal function of x. So the 1 times, when x equals 1, the probability is 0.19 plus 0.06 plus 0.03. That's the marginal function of x. When x equals 1, you add all the first row is going to the probability of when x equals 1, marginal function, plus 2 times, when x equals 2, the marginal function is 0.09, add the second row, 0.35 plus 0.06, plus 3 times 0.02 plus 0.09 plus 0.011. Okay, then you find the final answer is 1.94. If you find the mu y, would be the same thing. So if you do mu y, it's going to be 1 times the marginal function of y. So the first column is 0.19 plus 0.09 plus 0.02, and plus 2 when y equals to the second column, it's 0.06 plus 0.35 plus 0.09, plus y equals 3 times all the probability of y equals 3 is marginal function 0.03 third column plus 0.06 plus 0.11. That's the mu of y. Okay, let's continue. Question 4. So the average is the expected value of x according to the formula. So it's x f of x dx. Okay, x is from 0 to 5, and is from 0 to 5. Fx probability function is given. So 2 over 95, 12 minus x dx. Okay, this is a regular antiderivative. So it's 0 to 5, and 95, 24 x minus 2 of 95 x squared. You have to use your calculator to do that for the last part. So take the antiderivative. It's going to be 24 95 x squared over 2 minus 295 x cubed of 3, and then plug 5 and a 0 into the integral, and then the final answer is 2281. Sorry, yeah, it's 22.81 something, so you have to round it up. It's 2 point something, 2.28 something, and you multiply by 1,000 is $2,081. Okay, it's just based the function, the formula. Number 5. Okay, so mu g of x. So mu g of x according to the formula is g of x times f of x. Okay, so g of x, the first one is you plug 3 into it. You got, first we need to find out, you can make out another table. So x, then g of x, then f of x is given half 1 over 6, 1 over 3. So x equals negative 3, 6, 9. And g of negative 3 plug into the function. So g of negative 3 equals 2 times negative 3 plus 1 square, which is 25. You plug in 25. The second one you plug in, so which is 2 times 6, 12 plus 1, 13, 169. And this is 19 is 381. Okay, so then what you need to do, you use the formula is going to be 25 times 1/2 plus 169 times 1 over 6 plus 381 times 1 over 3. Okay, instead of use x, use gx when you do the formula. So that's it. Find the gx first, then use the formula. The probability function is the same. Number 4 is pretty simple. The first is the function is 0.46, x equals 0, x equals 1 is 0.3. You know it's a. Next one, e of x equals 0 times the probability of 0 is 0.46, plus 1 times 0.3, plus 2 times 0.17, plus 3 times 0.04, plus 4 times 0.03. Okay, that's how I find the EX. Pretty simple, right? And question 7, standard deviation. Standard deviation is sigma equals square root of sigma square. You know that. But first we know sigma square equals E of x square minus EX square. They're different, okay? So first we need to find out E of x square. E of x square equals x squared times f of x. So which is negative 2 squared is 4 times 0.1 plus 3 squared is 9 times 0.6 plus 25 times 0.3. Okay, you find this number. It's going to be 0.4 plus 5.4 plus 7.5, 13.3. Okay, so once we find this, then we have to find out E of x. So E of x is just negative 2 times 0.1 plus 3 times 0.6 plus 5 times 0.3. Because x times fx, okay, it's going to be x fx, okay. And the final answer is -2 plus 1.8 plus 1.5, which is 3.1. Now sigma square equals 13.3 minus 3.1 square according to the formula. Sigma square equals E of x squared minus EX squared. So which is 13.3 minus 3.1 square minus. Okay. Then you find the answer, then you take the square root of that. So sigma square root of 13.3 minus 3.1 square equals 1.92. Okay, that's how I do this one. Next one. Find the mean value. I'll skip this one. It's pretty easy. It's so easy one. You just use 0.2, 0.1, 0.2, 0.1, 0.3, 0.4, 0, 1, 2, 3. You multiply them, add together. Okay. It's just use the formula EX equals FX times X and add everything together. So it's just the same formula as the previous one. Okay, this is the variance. The variance for a continuous function is sigma square equals, you have to do, sigma square is E of x squared minus EX squared. Okay. So for this one, it's continuous function. E of x squared is x squared fx dx minus x f of x times fx dx. This is E of x. Then the whole thing square. Okay, this is square. So for the function of this one, what you do is you take it's just from 0 to 1, 0 to 1, x squared times 3, 2x plus 1 dx minus 0 to 1, x times 3, 2x plus 1 dx. Find out this number first. It's going to be a value. Then square this one. Okay, it's a number. This is, you can use a calculator. Find out this integral, this antiderivative. Okay, let me see what's the answer for each one. It's pretty simple actually. So x squared over 2 times x plus 1 divided by 3 and use a calculator. If you have a calculator, you can do this real quick. It's 7 over 18 minus the other one. You just use x instead of that. Okay. So it's 5 over 9. Then square. So the answer is 7 over 18 minus 25 over 81. Then common denominator is 162. 7 times 9 minus 162, 25 times 2. And then the final answer is going to be 13 over 162. Okay. This is how you use the how to use the formula to find out the variance. It's pretty simple, very straightforward. Next one. Okay, so this one is not hard, but it's just a little bit time consuming. So the sigma xy is covariance is EXY minus EX times EY. What do we need to do? We need to find out all of the three of them. So first, let's find the EX. So EX equals x equals 1 is x times g of x, marginal function. When x equals 1, the first column, when x equals 1, the first column is 0.05, all the probability of x equals 1, 0.1 plus 0.00, okay? Then plus 2 times the second column of x equals 2 is the second column, 0.05 plus 0.15 plus 0.1, okay? Plus 3 times the second column is 0.1 plus 0.3 plus 0.15. And you find this one, 1 times 0.05 is 0.15 for the first one, plus 2 times, this gives you 0.2, 0.3, 0.6, plus 0.4, 0.4, 0.55, okay, 1.65. So together, this to give you 1.8 and plus is 2.4. So this is how you find the E of EX. You find EX. So we find EX, which is 2.4. And then in the same way, you find the E of Y. E of Y. You find it in the same way you find the EY. EY is 1 times the first row, not first column anymore, because Y is a row. Okay, so 0.05 plus 0.05 plus 0.1 plus 2 times the second row, 0.1 plus 0.15 plus 0.30 plus 3 times the third row, 0.0 plus 0.1 plus 0.15. And then you find the EY. Okay. Alright, I'll stop here today, but I will finish the rest of the 6 tomorrow, and then continue.